Optimization is key.
Nearly 18 months in the dock for major on-site meetings of this magnitude, no thanks to COVID-19 pandemic, the Nigeria International Petroleum Summit NIPS is holding in Nigeria.
Thank you.
The fourth in the series, and the gathering envisaged to be the preeminent oil and gas summit in sub-Saharan Africa has as its theme, from crisis to opportunity, new approaches to the future of hydrocarbons. Oil and gas experts, investors, heads of national oil companies from across Africa, APO members, oil and gas operators, policymakers, and the leadership of the National Assembly are all in this room to chart a formidable course for Africa. Just as President Buhari, represented here by the Minister of State Petroleum, is clear on the issues, strategy, and execution.
Cost is the energy of the future. The industry needs to drive down its costs per barrel before it is exterminated by prices falling below production costs, a phenomenon we experienced at the outset of the pandemic. Given that about 80% of the global energy mix by 2040 will still be hydrocarbon, we cannot turn our back yet on more exploration. Discovery of new fields is crucial. And we also need to address short-term opportunities using existing technology that can extend the life of mature fields.
Whilst we are starting to see signs of resurgence of global economic growth, 2020 saw a momentum towards energy transition and some global reduction in demand for fossil fuel. Time is of essence if opportunities will count. But just how will that happen?
Lastly, to combat this crisis to advantage, this industry must work together to look at advantages that are inherent in the transition that we're going through. Every company must try to be an energy company and not necessarily an oil and gas company. That's what everybody is doing, and this is what we're also doing in the NMPs to make sure that we transform from what we are today to an energy company. And to do this, you must automate, you must reduce your costs, you must be more efficient, and also you must be more collaborative in our approaches, and this is paying off for us. And of course, ultimately, this crisis as it is today, as we face in the industry, is surely an opportunity for us to do many things differently, and particularly more so in our country today, where the enormous gas resources can be converted to value, and we can join the journey for blue and green hydrogen.
Interestingly, investment into Nigeria may stall if terms are not clear. The lawmakers know this, so why is there a delay in passing the petroleum industry bill?
Nobody's trying to drive anybody out of business. That is not our job. We're expected to encourage business, whether foreign, whether local, or community-based. But we juggle as these competing interests juggle and try to elbow each other out. It is the role of the National Assembly to look for a balancing act, bearing in mind that the most important interest for us is the national interest.
International funds go to climes with certainties in terms of fiscal that may have prompted this news from the Senate President.
Our joint committees of both the Senate and House on the PIB are about to conclude writing the report, which will be submitted to both chambers of the National Assembly. Our expectation is that we will pass the PIB within this month of June, by the grace of God.
The conversation seemed to have started on a bright note, especially with the assurance of the passage of the over 2-decade petroleum industry bill. Nigeria has identified gas as a template for unlocking energy transition possibilities, so have many African representatives here signed up to. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.